Yeah.
But I think what's interesting to me is that we have this conversation of does the cart come before the horse? Is the manosphere causing men to be angry at women and that's causing more incel behavior? Or is the society becoming more difficult for men to navigate and creating more incels that are already frustrated, and then they see this content on YouTube saying, you should be doing this and that, and this is really what women think,
Yeah.
and that resonates. So what would you say? You're saying that
I would say it's both.
it's both.
Yeah, both
I
make
personally
sense.
believe
Both make sense. Because the manosphere really feeds the insecurity. So it makes sense that the insecurity is already there. Like otherwise, it doesn't feed anything. If you don't already feel that that is true, this kind of content won't really affect you.
How's it going, Dave?
what's up, man.
Good
How
to
are you?
meet you.
No one went for
So
that.
when you say billion-dollar industry, can you give me some examples where they're making money from?
Tate's Hustler.
Oh man, that is fantastic. That is a good question. Well, uh, oh man, God, how bad the tons of, I mean, even running a YouTube channel or any kind of influencer account where you're only pushing that kind of stuff. So you're pushing advice where you need to get jacked, or you're pushing your training program or your whatever the program is, but you feed off the insecurity and the oppression of young boys and men and stuff in society. You're feeding their insecurity, you're feeding their anger, and you're making it a business. That is a stupid question.
University. I think at one point he was bragging that it was making 12, 15 million a month. Sports betting, gambling sites are sponsoring a lot of these guys. They're driving like millions of dollars of revenue to them. OnlyFans, like a lot of them manage OnlyFans, so like they'll tell you how like the Matrix is holding you down and how women are, these women are disgusted, and then they will like turn around and promote the OnlyFans girls that they manage too.
Exactly,
So it's
exactly.
Would you say like online dating courses as well?
online dating courses.
Yeah, like dating courses and anything like online to give you like advice to pick up girls. Is that
Well,
in the manosphere as well?
It depends. I mean, this gets back into like how do you define the manosphere?
Yeah. Well, you kind of defined. You said OnlyFans. You said sports betting. So now you're just
Sure.
encompassing a bunch of different things that probably has nothing to do
There's
with
a
the actual
lot of
manosphere
different forms
itself.
of monetization.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of different forms. And again, there's like the manosphere. I think at this point we've probably established there's a spectrum. My issues is primarily with the extreme end.
What is up with that hairstyle?
Right.
So extreme is OnlyFans, which I agree on is bad.
Yep.
Gambling, which I agree on is bad.
Okay.
So what else is the extreme it's making too much money where you feel like that's harmful to
well,
society?
I mean, Tate's course largely just taught people how to promote Tate's course and take 50% of the revenue. So I mean, it's by definition.
I mean, so again, this, like you said, it comes back to the definition. If you if you're taking the manosphere as all these red pillars like Andrew Tate and and so forth, then yes, it is definitely a billion-dollar industry. They are definitely pushing this kind of content to make men angry and insecure and push whatever product they have. And otherwise, if you're taking the definition of manosphere as just empowering men, which I don't think it is, like I said, then it might not be a business. Like I said, there's a small chance that this is not a business. They're not doing that, but the modern manosphere definition has evolved into the former definition, and I would say, yeah, it is a business.
In a pyramid scheme
Okay.
and an MLM.
So you like went into the course, like the courses that are available there?
No, this is just public information.
Okay. So then what specific courses in there is harmful? So you seem to know a lot about if it's making $1 billion.
Oi, Dickless. The the statement does not have anything called harmful on there. Okay, we're not saying that this is harmful to everyone necessarily. It is in general. That's a different argument we can come to, but it is a business. There's no doubt. It doesn't matter if it's harmful or not.
I've not taken the course.
Okay. So you're kind of just assuming, you're just guessing, right?
I mean, this is just based on things that I've read.
So if someone's taking a course and they're learning just stock trading or trading cryptocurrency or like online marketing, is that bad that they're in that course?
Depends on
Definitely not. Definitely not.
what this course is teaching them.
Okay. Is it more you just don't like the person that's giving the course?
Well,
You
that's-
don't like their
is-
ideology, but
that
if
is-
they're
that is-
giving something that's critical for
that
men
is
to
tr-
learn and make money, you just don't like the vessel it's coming from.
That is
So if it
also
was coming
true.
from you, you'd probably be like, okay, well, you're biased toward yourself. You like the information you give, and you
I
could teach
wouldn't
the
make
same
a
stuff
course
and be
on
good.
trading shitcoins. Like it's both. It's both the content that's being sold.
The courses need to be evaluated by themselves. What do you call it? Even shit guys, shit manosphere dudes, can have courses that are good. They're actually teaching good things. And they can also have shitty ones where, like they said, trading meme coins. So it really depends case by case. And I don't know where this slots into the argument at all. This guy is just coming on. He hasn't mentioned anything. He's just asked questions and he looks super fucking pissed off or something. I don't know what's going on. It's funny.
And the personality selling
Yeah.
it.
Well,
And
you would say
I
that
take
people
issue
have
with.
self-agency, right? They could decide if they want to take the
Sure.
course. They could decide what information is good from this person, what information is bad from this person, right?
Sure.
You bring up all these like Myron Gaines, Andrew Tate. They probably say, I would say 90% of it's good, 10% of it's bad, and
Okay.
you don't have to take all 100%.
Whoa, 90% of it, Myron Gaines and Andrew Tate is good? Oh, okay. This is. You look at the anger in his. Look at his eyes, bro. He's so pissed. He is so pissed. Oh my God. He is exactly the what do you call it? The target audience for the Manosphere, for Andrew Tate, for Myron Gaines. He, this is the man. I have found him. This, he is so pissed. Look at his eyes. Oh, he looks like he wants to kill him. Wow, how dare you say something bad about my idols? No, no, no.
Everyone has self-agency, so if you can't decipher what's good and bad from someone, not to be rude, but unfortunately you're just low IQ because you could just take simple stuff
See what I meant? Not to be rude, you're just low IQ.
that's just good. Be like, oh, I'm going to apply this to my
Sure.
life. Oh, that's kind of extreme. I don't like that. I'm not going to apply that to my
Right.
life. And then at the main core of all these teachings is self-accountability. So you're in control of your life completely. So if you're letting some online influencer dictate and your life goes down a negative pathway, that's your own doing. You're just trying to find something to blame on because you're not taking accountability for your life.
Right, but it's if they're promoting self-accountability while actively promoting things like sports betting, crypto, gambling to people, young men who are very vulnerable, they're naive, they're inexperienced. In a lot of cases, these are like 14, 15, 16-year-olds, right? Like, you don't have to be low IQ to be a 15-year-old who doesn't know a fucking thing about stock trading, right? So it is, I understand that people have to take accountability for their own decisions. But I don't think that necessarily absolves some of the purveyors of these courses and this monetization of the responsibility of not taking advantage of their audiences.
Okay,
All right, pause there. We're out of time.
got it. Cool.
I don't know what the hell this guy did. It's just this. It's just a guy they just planted. Like I bet he was like paid off by Andrew Tate. Just sit there and just be angry, bro. Just like ask him questions. Just be angry, bro.
Thank you.
Just call everyone low IQ. Just call everyone low IQ.
Real quick, I want to do a quick poll. Raise your flag if you think Andrew Tate is a good influence.
Bro, your hands. Oh my God. Well, let me just start. 0% is Andrew Tate a good influence. 0%. Zero. You know what? You know what? You know what comes to mind when you say Andrew Tate? Ah, he's a bit of an asshole, but he says some facts. I'm sure you resonate. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. That's exactly what comes to mind. And yes, you're not wrong. He does state some facts, but he is extremely misogynistic. And they're exactly the kind of guys that like his kind of stuff, I'll tell you exactly who it is. Guys that want to have sex with a lot of women, guys that want to dominate women, guys that want to be better than other men, guys that want to. It's a whole power thing. It's not about making money. It's not just about making money anyway. It's not about being a positive influence. It's not about doing anything. It is only being selfish, want to just have sex, you know, being very be the alpha in the jungle. This is all they care about. This is all symptoms of extreme insecurity. Extreme. And if you are a denier of this, you also low IQ. Low IQ is one of the main things for exactly his target demographic, for Andrew Tate's target demographic. Extremely insecure, low IQ, that just wants to go around and fuck women. That is it. This is all Andrew Tate's target demographic is. Nothing else.
My next surrounded claim is that a woman's body count doesn't matter.
Okay. A woman's body count doesn't matter. I think it's highly personal. I think it's highly personal. So for a guy, yeah, I think there's two types of guys. And one, I think, is okay. In one situation, so there's two types of guys who actually the body count matters, the women's body count matters, and in one case it's actually okay. So the first one is obviously guys that think of women as as being used too much. It's a disgusting thought to think like that. And the second is uh, men who are insecure about how inexperienced they are compared to the women. Now, in this case, I think it is fine because in a lot of cases where women have had a lot of sexual experience and the guy hasn't had it, and he's feeling insecure because he doesn't know if he can live up to all the experiences that the girl has had, and especially more experienced women, they might not enjoy the sex as much if the guy is inexperienced, for example. So in that case, I think it's okay. I think it's okay for a guy to have this opinion because it's his own insecurity thing.
Hello,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
A
Okay, so
woman.
personally, I do feel like
It's very interesting that a woman is part of the manosphere. I don't know how that works.
a woman's body count does matter,
Why is that?
because it's her value. I feel like if something's used, there's no value to it. It's
Oh my God, how is a woman saying that? Oh, Jesus. Let's just make it clear a woman is a lot more than just, yeah. I don't even want to say it. It's so fucking gross.
it's just I don't want to like be mean, but it's dirty.
Do you believe that women have value outside of their body and their sexuality?
Of course, yeah, of course. A woman can be smart.
Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I would prefer if my sexual partner had less, for sure. Definitely, I would not prefer a girl that has had a lot of sexual experience, a high body count, and and that's purely because I think, yeah, I think probably wouldn't be. Um, I don't know, maybe I would feel compared to all the other sexual partners she's had, and I wouldn't like it. Yeah, that would not make me feel comfortable. So that would pretty much be the only reason for me.
How you doing, man?
Oh,
Nice to meet
big
you.
guy, big guy.
Okay, so a woman's body count does not matter. If we both go to a used car lot, one car is totaled, one car has
Oh, just remember what I told you about analogies? Oh my God. Idiotic. Completely idiotic to compare a woman to a car. Completely idiotic. This is you should not even consider this. And now Oh my God. Analogies should not be used like this. A car is not the same as a fucking woman. Holy shit.
Has the engine blown out twice, head gasket never works, always has to be replaced. Another car has a fender bender. Which one are you taking?
Oh my God. A car is something that you drive. It's a means of transportation from one place to another. A woman is so much more. It's a partner for life, the mother of your children, support emotionally, physically. It's, she's not just a person to have sex with, and oh my God, I just cannot. I just can't. This is exactly the kind of retarded, low IQ target audience for these. Ah, I just cannot. It is the dumbest argument. Dumbest.
I reject the analogy because
Why?
it
Good man. Good man.
presupposes that there's something about sex that is destructive to a body. I actually think a better version of that analogy is if you just bought the first car you ever test drove, how likely are you going to be satisfied with that car versus if you go out and test drive 5, 6, 7 cars, get an understanding of their features, what you like about them, what you don't like, then you're able to make a much better informed decision.
So again, which one would you rather take? The one that's had all these problems or the one that's had the fender bender?
Bro, you shouldn't even be laughing at this. This is such a disgusting question. It's such a retarded question. I wouldn't even entertain this, man. This is so stupid. I just can't.
I
I
told you,
just
I
cannot.
reject the analogy.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
Doing well. My name's Glenn.
Nice to meet you.
This was a really, what do you call it? Hot topic.
So, you know, I'm going to concede with you. Body count doesn't matter to the way that people think about it.
Okay.
There's no dickometer in front of the top of a woman's vagina that tells you how many thrusts per minute that she's had, right? So let's talk
is true.
about. There isn't. I mean, I haven't seen one.
We agree on that.
Okay, cool. But
Like
let's talk
that.
about
There is no decometer.
what a sexual risk does talk about. Every time you have sex, you're putting yourself in a very risky situation, right? A woman is getting penetrated. A man is having his way
Okay, see, now someone is talking a little bit of sense. Yeah.
with her. So if a woman has a high body count, it does speak to the level of risk that she's willing to put herself in. And that could be questionable to be like, oh, but she's willing to put herself in risky situations like this. What other risky situations that she might be able to put our relationship in? If this is a behavior pattern, that's where I would say body count matters. Most of the people are talking about, well, whether their body count matters because like they want to have make sure she's pair bondable, whatever.
Right.
A virgin will cheat on you just as quick as a woman that had 1,000 bodies. I'm with you.
Exactly.
100% true.
But when it comes to the behavior pattern, the characteristics, that speaks more to why body count could matter and should be factored in the decision. If you're going to be willing to take risks, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, but people change, man. Like I see what he's trying to say, but women who party a lot initially, they want to okay, I don't know about all women, but I can imagine they do want to settle down later on and actually have a family and everything. And women change then. It's a lot of things where people younger in their lives, they want to have a lot of fun. They want to party. They do a lot of crazy shit. They do drugs. It's not just sex. They do drugs. They do whatever. And then later on in their life, they relax that down. It's not like they're gonna do that for the rest of their lives because they want to slow down. They want to have a family. So people change. So it doesn't mean if someone is having a lot of sex now, they will do that for the rest of their lives. Absolutely not.
Take some of these risks with you.
I think you and I are actually pretty close on this. I agree with you that personality and character traits is ultimately what matters. But my argument is that there's much better ways to find out if somebody's a risk-taking person than asking them for their body count.
Yeah, you're never going to find out a woman's body count, right?
Well, and it's also just
Arbitrary.
I mean, take her to a fucking theme park and see how many roller coasters she goes on. Like, there's other ways to figure
See
this
if she
out.
gets on the carousel. If she chooses the carousel
Yeah,
first, right?
right.
No,
Right.
but I'm with you on that because I would say, you know what? observe what she can observe, her behavior.
Yes.
How does she treat you? Does she treat you better than anyone else has ever tried?
100% agree with you. My point, though, and this is where body count is, I think, a bad proxy for what you're talking about, is that people are complicated, man.
Yeah,
People
I'm with you.
change, people grow, people go through phases. Like
People change. People go through phases. Exactly right.
some people have like fucked up histories and backgrounds.
Yeah.
I was a fucking mess when I was young. I racked up a huge body count. Now I'm in a very happy marriage. Body count is a weak data source for
Oh
this.
yeah, I would say that, and in the grand scheme of things, but
Yeah.
not in a micro correlative, factor. Now, let's be honest. Like most of the reason why people are saying the body count matters is because they don't have sex enough. They're actually they're more concerned about being her best. And Doctor
Exactly. They are more concerned about being her best. Yes. See, this man does know what he's talking about.
Ryan Teaban on my own podcast said that being her best is more important than being her first.
Yes.
Because her first could be this guy. He was like 6'3", tall. He might be a pro ball player.
Yes.
And you want her to be following up after that one body count? Probably not.
The body count obsession is men's insecurities being projected onto the woman.
I agree with you.
Exactly. Come on, brother.
My next surrounded claim is that porn has done more damage to men than feminism has.
Oh, what a oh, Jesus has done more damage to men than feminism has. Oh, man, that is tough. That is tough. Oh, porn or oppressive feminism. Let's call it OF. OnlyFans or oppressive feminism. Both are OF, bro. That's great. It's an OF or OF debate. It's a tough one. Okay, let's watch so we get some ideas.
What's up, man? Mark.
Sean Boy.
It's a very
Nice to meet you too, bro. Feminism, straight pipeline to abortion.
Okay.
Abortion kills upward of 1 million Americans every single year.
What?
It's 3,000 men, women, and children dead a day, right? If we're talking about comparatively on what's had the greatest impact on taking away manpower from America,
What?
have to say without a
What? What? You what? He's bringing abortion into this?
doubt, feminism by far. What do you have to say about that?
I was not expecting to go down the abortion road.
Exactly. Oh, what? So abortion is killing off men before they're born. Is that what it's saying? Like, what? So men are losing power? Fuck, what the hell?
I don't
Are you
see
talking about unborn men? Oh my God. Oh my God. What on about?
how this relates to like men's mental health and agency in the world.
We're comparing
Bro, it's less men in the world though. Get on the program.
feminism specifically, right,
Yeah.
to porn.
Yeah.
So of course, porn is degenerative.
It's already just GG. Just like bring in the next person, please. That just lost me brain cells.
As well, I say we get rid of them, both of them, feminism and porn,
Okay.
definitely. But if we're comparing
No,
Sure.
no, no. You remove the oppressive feminism and the OnlyFans. That's what you remove, not feminism in general.
feminism and the destruction that it's had on men as a whole in America versus porn, we'd have to like say that the lives actually being taken.
Obviously, you see abortion as murder.
Yeah,
So
just forget it.
your argument is that the murder of all of the aborted fetuses is vastly outweighs any damage that porn could ever do to
Extremely.
anyone.
Another caveat to that
What? What? To whom? To the babies, yes, but man, why you? Oh my God. It is a serious topic we should talk about in a different video.
the same destruction of the nuclear family
Okay.
was
Because porn has been around for thousands of years.
let's say the people who own OF,
Okay, I think the statement is more damage to men is purely mental health. You're not talking about societal breakdown. You're not talking about anything else. The statement is purely about men's mental health, and living men, adult or no, it doesn't have to be adult, can be living men who have already been born, and how their mental health has been affected. Is it been affected more by porn or feminism? So I don't know what he's on about.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. All right, so I think when we talk about feminism, we have to be very specific because I agree with you that, Elizabeth Cady Stanton's Declaration of Sentiments did not create the porn problem that we have today. So
Right.
big into first wave and then even some of those elements of second wave feminism that secured rights and freedoms. I think that the problem is when you get to these third and fourth waves, we start to get this demoralization of men. We start to get this narrative that patriarchy is this thing, this overarching thing in society, and that men are the primary sources of everything that's wrong with our culture. And I think that you see a major withdrawal there. What's interesting, or maybe a little bit ironic about the claim, is that I think that we're kind of looking at two things that are feeding into each other. I think modern feminism, gender feminism, is by and large responsible or contributing to a lot of the loneliness and withdrawal that
Yeah, it's really what they're exposed to. If they're exposed to damaging, oppressive feminism content, modern feminism content, then yes. If they're exposed to porn, I think it's more about what you're exposed to. If you, because yeah, like they said, if you can also block it away, then obviously porn hasn't done any damage. So it's I think it's a tough one to actually compare to see what does worse.
we see, which is causing that uptick in pornography, which you and I are in major agreement, totally unhelpful and detrimental to society and men in general.
You had
Let's say that both OFs, oppressive feminism and OnlyFans, are both bad. It's both bad for men's mental health. Simple as that. There's no need to compare these two, I would say.
my final surrounded claim is that the most attractive men are those who like and respect women. Welcome back.
Thank you. I think there are kind of two different hypothetical case studies that would show that this isn't the case. I actually wish what I'm about to say wasn't the case.
Okay.
But we all know the example of the man who is really not a great guy, and her friends are telling her like, oh, you shouldn't date this guy, but she's just so attracted to him that she's kind of hooked into that. And then the counter side, we know the kind of guys that are really nice, who are really respectful, who are buying dinners, who are getting flowers, who are doing all these things.
I think it's a good balance of both. A guy who knows when to, assert his dominance or his power or his being whatever dick when he needs to be, like not taken for a ride, and other times when he knows he needs to be super nice and respectful to the women. And there's nothing wrong. And this is another thing that Manosphere teaches is like you're weak if you show any affection or love towards the woman, and that's not true, or the extreme Manosphere anyway. Um, Real men are secure in their masculinity, and they are not afraid to show their love to their women. That's simple as that.
And they're just not that attractive.
Right.
And so no matter how respectful they are, no matter how good they are, no matter how kind of nice guy they are,
Right.
and that doesn't mean that there's a continuum of you have to be a bad boy, you have to be a nice guy. I think every good man should be both. You should be attractive, you should be strong, you should be like kind of masculine energy, and you should be a nice person.
Right.
But these are two different continuums. And so it's not being nice and being respectful and kind of being really polite to women is what makes you attractive. It's actually kind of irrelevant.
Okay. Let me introduce another dimension to that spectrum. I would argue that nice guys are not actually nice. They're usually being
for sure,
They're usually being nice in a transactional way,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
I bought you flowers. Now, will you like me?
yeah, let's have sex.
Yeah, right.
And women smell that a mile away, and it's a complete turnoff. And obviously,
creepy, yeah.
it is very creepy. I would argue that assholes are also quite transactional, right? And the only difference between the nice guy and the asshole is the nice guy is transactional and a very manipulative. Here, let me buy you flowers so I can get what I want. The asshole is like, I'm just gonna say whatever I need to say to you to get what I want.
And that works, unfortunately, often enough in these kind of short-term relationships.
It works in the short term, and it works with insecure women. Those are the two circumstances that it works in.
Sure, women.
There is a third type of guy who is just not transactional
Yeah.
and is like, this is who I am. I like you. Do you want to go out? And if she says yes, great. If she says no, great. He's going to go find somebody else.
Yeah.
And
Those
that
are the most attractive men.
Right.
that is the most attractive man. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The man who is secure in himself. Self-esteem, self-confidence. This is what we talked about. This is what you need, not the assholeness. That is just, yeah, it's just not
So
required.
can we agree that your claim is false for insecure women?
Not necessarily,
So what
because
did you just say then about how those kind of asshole
the
guys
assholes
is effective on insecure
it
women?
is effective on insecure women, but I think also just being a confident, honest man.
Like I said, the assholes that really are attractive, a girl likes, like a woman like assertive men who take charge, dominance, all that kind of stuff. But that's not necessarily what assholes do. Assholes are, or like what the extreme manosphere teaches is to not respect women, to not you don't do anything for women, just fucking take what's yours. You're a man, you're a conqueror, you gotta take what's yours. Don't fucking respect women. Now, that is a very insecure behavior. And if women like that, that is a very small set of women who are insecure, like he said, like he exactly said. And I think the biggest set of women are attracted to men who are dominant, who know how to take charge, but they are super, super secure in themselves, that they know how to respect the women or show love to the women without it taking away from their masculinity. You know what I mean? You can still show care and love and affection without it taking it away from you, taking your masculinity away from you. And all the extreme manosphere guys think that you are a weak pussy if you show any sort of care to your woman. And that is from a deep-seated level of insecurity that I cannot even begin to explain. Holy shit.
Good to see you again.
Welcome back.
Okay, so are you implying men in the manosphere don't like or respect women? Is that your implication
What's this guy? Oh man, I hate this guy.
of the claim?
Yes, I would classify a number of predominant manosphere influencers as not liking and being respectful towards women. Yes.
So when
Exactly.
you say like, you mean just like they are not attracted
This man, all he does and comes, and he just looks super aggressive, and he's like, "So, do you mean that men, people in the manosphere are disrespectful? Yeah. So when you say that, do you mean he's only been asking questions the whole time? I don't think he has said anything. He only comes and asks questions.
to them? Like, would you say the manosphere consists of homosexual men, or what's the like about?
What?
Maybe.
What?
Consists of like, you mean just like they are not attracted to them?
Respectful towards women. Yes.
So when you say like, you mean just like they are not attracted to them? Like, would you say the manosphere consists of homosexual men, or what's
What is this guy doing? I think he's one of those types of people who thinks he's being super cool, that everyone is agreeing with him when he thinks he's cornering the other person with his clever ass questions. Uh, no, you are being an idiot. You are not saying anything of value. You are just sitting there being super mad that, he's talking bad about your idols. And yeah, it's very s- it's entertaining though.
the like about?
Maybe. In some
Oh
cases.
my God, he can smile? What the fuck?
I would say like as in genuinely enjoy the company of women without having to trying to get something out of them. And in terms of respect, I would say like respect for their autonomy and their ability to live their own life, like not trying to control them or domineer them in some way.
Okay, so you just say like men and women are just equal in kind of your sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if I say they're equal in value but not equal in capability, does that resonate with you at all?
Sure.
So would you say that men are just naturally more in a leadership role, and that then in order to protect someone in a leadership role, you have to have some masculine traits that are going to protect that woman?
We've already talked about this. Masculine traits or being dominant or being you know, assertive is things that women find attractive. That doesn't make that doesn't mean that you have to be an asshole. An asshole, like at least what you know, whatever those guys are, the extreme manosphere guys say, is to not respect women, to conquer women, to conquer people, That is where it's bad. That is toxic. That is not respectful for women. It's misogynistic. And that kind of behavior is not attractive for women. A guy who is secure, a guy who is respectful, a guy who still has dominance and the assertiveness, yes, super fucking attractive. This guy is so stupid that I cannot explain. And I don't like how angry he looks. How passive aggressive his eyes are. Oh my god.
which sometimes having some type of authority saying, hey, you shouldn't do this, I'm going to protect you in this sense, which doesn't mean you're disrespecting them. You actually respect them so much that you want to take care of them.
I disagree with that.
Don't try to twist that bullshit, alright? Oh my god. Don't try to twist that saying that, you know, they want to take the leadership, so they want to take care of them. It's like, oh, you know, you don't have to do anything. You just need to serve me and I'll take care of you. Yeah. Like I'm top dog. Yeah, you just have to listen to everything I say. I'll protect you. I'll protect. That's fucking nothing, bro. That's fucking nothing. That's just disgusting behavior. You just want a slave at that point. It's super insecure behavior coming out.
That men are typically in the leadership role. A lot of women have good leadership qualities as well.
Yeah, well, you could say like broad, like in different aspects of like business or stuff. I'm talking about just relationship wise. Women will lead in nurturing the children, and then men will lead in protecting and providing for that
And
family.
in some relationships, it's vice versa.
But would you say for the vast majority? Because we had to speak in generalities, right? And generalities are usually men are in that leadership role, and that pertains to work majority of the time, right? There's always going to be exceptions, but we don't harp on an exception.
I would say the leadership roles, both people in the relationship take leadership roles in different.
Oh my god, this motherfucker is not saying anything useful. Not this guy, obviously. Not the main guy. He's mostly said things that make sense. This guy on the right, oh my, I hate him.
Aspects of the relationship. I would agree with you there. And if you want to say that men typically take a leadership role when it comes to, say, protecting the family, right? But I don't necessarily think that's always true, and I don't necessarily think that we necessarily extrapolate larger assumptions out of that.
Can you give me an example where in the manosphere a man doesn't respect the woman, and you're just kind of
I mean, I
manosphere?
just watched the Netflix documentary last night.
What does he keep saying? Give me an example of someone in the manosphere who doesn't respect a woman. There are so many examples. Extreme misogynistic behavior. What the fuck are you on about?
I mean, there's probably 100 instances of these guys
Exactly. At least 100.
calling women stupid, whores, worthless, saying you have to control them.
And this man is like, okay, yeah, I'm waiting for the mic drop, bro. He's gonna be like, okay, I've been listening to everything you've been saying. Now, listen to me. I don't. It's just not.
If she breaks your trust, you ruin her life. That she's nothing without you, like all of these sorts of things. And I would classify all of those as disrespect, fundamentally disrespectful.
Very
Okay,
disrespectful.
All right, we got to pause there. You've been voted out.
Got it. Cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Man, this is so cool. It's so much fun.
So,
This is so much
I
fun.
don't actually disagree with what you said. When it comes to
Okay, GG, roll credits. Let's move on to the next person. Why are you here if you need to cause
hypergamy
issues,
in
huh?
society, I mean, I saw you mention Myron Gaines earlier. I don't necessarily agree with everything Myron Gaines says,
I don't agree with anything Myron Gaines says.
but what advice are you actually giving men in society that's better than what Myron Gaines gives them when it comes to combating hypergamy?
And just to clarify, by hypergamy, you mean the fact that women tend to prefer men who have more resources and more
Yes.
status.
Hypergamy. Oh yeah, that's like a classic red pill thing, isn't it? Hypergamy. Oh yeah. The practice of seeking romantic partners with higher social, economic, or educational status than oneself. Oh, hypergamy, bro. Fuck. Okay, so this is the thing. So all the guys are so worried about hypergamy, yeah. But guys can actually do something about it. If they are not the most powerful, if they're not the highest social status, if they are not the highest whatever, they can always either become better social skills, better game, better respect, better self-confidence, and that attractiveness really shows. Clavicular, I saw him going on the streets of Paris, and it was embarrassing. He has nothing. He's got the social status, he's got the followers, he probably has money, he's got the looks, and he's it was so cringe to watch him, so unlikable, disgusting. The only girls that are really approaching him are people that love the clout, they love the fame, they love the richness. And of course, yeah, he's good looking, so there's always going to be some girls, but most women are just not. He's like a serial killer. He's disgusting. It's not something that people are looking at or women are looking at. They want, if you're a guy who's got insane game, like you're self-confident, you're funny, a woman will find you very, very attractive. Simple as that. Instead of fucking being upset about the whole hypergamy bullshit, you should be working on yourself. But don't the thing is, don't feel like there is no other way. There is always another. Don't feel like you can't do anything. You can. There's always things you can do to make yourself better. I've seen short guys, I've seen fat guys, I've seen ugly guys do amazing with women. It's about putting yourself at the opportunities. The one thing is for sure, if you're not in the top echelon of the hypergamy scale or whatever, you will get rejected a lot more. You will get rejected. That is true. This is very true. So if you are not there, then you need to become better at getting rejected and better at social skills. Simple as that. Yes, it'll be harder for you, but it is possible. And these motherfuckers don't teach that. They don't say that. They think that it's done. Your life is over. All you need to do is just go to the gym, get money and bullshit. It's such a and treat women like shit. It's just sick mentality. Sick.
Status, yes. So I would say that it is true women are generally more attracted to men who have more resources, more status. It's just a fact of life.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said.
But I would argue that you can make up a lot of that simply through character,
Oh my God. My man he's saying exactly the same thing. With character, with game, just game, bro, just game. Simple as that. It's your game. That's all you need to do. See, there's some things that you cannot get better at, like your face. If you're a slightly less conventionally good looking guy, then you can't do anything about it. If you're not as tall guy, you can't do anything about it. But what you can do is work on yourself, work on your character, work on your social skills, and it will make you be confident, bro. Confidence, bro. Self-confidence, not insecurity. All these guys, manosphere guy, extreme manosphere guys, teach you insecurity. Yeah? Enough of listening to these assholes.
behavior, shared values,
Assholes.
shared life experiences, and the way you communicate with a woman.
But not when it comes with promiscuity, right? Because like if it's the case that men want to get married, you're probably not going to want promiscuous women. And I think promiscuity is bad for men and women, but I think it's worse for women because it causes male
Promiscuous
promiscuity
girl.
because of hypergamy in society. A lot of these men are secularist men. They don't follow any sort of ecclesiastical authority when it comes to the way that they govern relationships. That's why you see Myron Gaines giving out advice like 100 women or 50 women or whatever his advice is. And again, I don't agree prescriptively with a lot of what he says, but I don't know that secularists actually hand out better advice than that. I think that, I don't know what you think.
My advice to men, it has been and has always been, is that you got to get out there and meet lots of women face to face. Hypergamy is not an issue if we're not filtering most of our dating options through a screen that we're swiping through every.
Exactly. Tinder is where you really see the hypergamy because it's hard to show your social skills. Tinder or any dating app or anything online. Like guys are losing their ability to show their characters. Come on, man.
every 3 seconds, right? It's like when people's attention span when it comes to filtering a mate is limited to just a handful of seconds and like the most superficial facts about them, of course they're going to over-index on those superficial traits and those unimportant facts, right? Whereas like if you actually get face to face with women, you actually meet them, you find some that you gel with, you vibe with, that you have like good rapport with, you have shared values, you have shared dreams, right? Like
This guy looks like someone who doesn't even get out of the house. So of course he believes in everything that he's heard online. And oh God. And any person who has had a significant amount of time actually interacting with women, talking to women, having women friends, will not believe in the whole fucking hypergamy bullshit.
Sure, but that's not a
so
big
much.
percentage of women, though, is it?
We got to pause there. You've been voted out.
It's a very large percentage. Good luck.
I like that.
Nice suit, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, Coach Greg Adams, Alpharonomy. There's many men in the manosphere that are spreading a 100% positive message. Women love
Oh, I wanna 100% positive message, okay.
jerks.
Women love jerks. How is that a positive message? Okay.
That's 100%. You know that.
I disagree.
What I want to do is I want to go back and kind of round this all together. Men have suffered.
You know, a lot of people's experiences or opinions are formed over the experiences they've had. So how many friends they've had, have had the same experience, what specific content they have watched. Yeah, for example, like whatever, if you're right wing or left wing, your content is more likely to be whatever you support because that's what the algorithm will push towards you. So everyone cannot get enough of a perspective from like from the opposite side or from anyone else, right? So most of the time you are being fueled by the same content from the same perspective and the same opinion that you have, which makes your opinion of that stronger and stronger and stronger. So in this case, when he comes out and says, girls like jerks, we all know that. That just means that he is constantly around that kind of people, that kind of content, that pretty much confirms that bias, confirmation bias. Um, and this man, on the other hand, has the opposite, experience. Now, I don't have the stats for it, but the thing is that maybe, everyone has their own experience in life. We all live in these pockets around the world that actually, in some areas, in some cities, the women are all so toxic that they all love jokes. Could be true. For example, like a whole city can attract a certain kind of crowd, and that crowd all likes a specific kind of dating behavior, or they all get into the same kind of dating culture where the women might completely love assholes only. Like for example, even countries, you know how they talk about this kind of country has this kind of women, this kind of country has this kind of men, you know. It's like a societal, it's like a cultural upbringing of these kind of people. So they're going to be different in different cities. So I don't even know if we can do this whole thing of men and women because every city, every country might be completely different. So for example, like how I said, a small percentage of women are toxic. Yeah. If that whole percentage is still millions of women, if most of them are in LA or Miami or whatever the case is, and if you are a guy from LA, your experience is going to be that yes, girls only love jerks. That's it. That is going to be your entire worldview. You don't have enough of a perspective to see outside of that because it's a whole city, and it's everything that you consume online. So your perspective is going to be very firm in that fact that you just can't. This is how all women are or all men are. in actuality, it's not like that. Every single city, every single country completely differs from each other. So when they come out and say this kind of stuff, even studies, I don't know how, most of the studies are from the US, I guess, but still, like, studies are, I think in many ways, I have a thing where I need to understand the parameters of the study and what they've done, and I just don't blindly believe in studies. Like, who you say this was a study, this was a thing. Okay, fine. I understand that they would have done their background background research to understand, to get their facts right. But how accurate are these studies? How were they done? You know? So it's not an easy argument anytime, Everyone has their own view. Um, it's in my experience, it's very different. So, in my experience, I know for a fact that if you're a jerk, yes, you can be attractive to women. But like you said, it's very temporary, and the women that really carry on in those relationships are usually have some sort of emotional distress or trouble, so they stay in these toxic relationships. But most women are not for that. They like the assertions, they like the dominance, but they still want a guy that respects them. It's simple as that.
For years, when you think about the gladiator, when you think about Thomas Edison, and the extremity that you need to focus in on something as a man to create these amazing things that we have in the world. Men have always been extreme. Men have always had a nuclear focus. We have the manosphere taking men away from pornography, taking men away from loneliness. What are things that you're doing for these men to take them away from pornography?
So I've been writing for young men since 2008. Between 2008 and 2013, I coached hundreds of young guys like all the guys here in this circle. It was my career. I care very deeply about finding young men who are struggling and helping uplift them, because I was one of those young men too at one point. And if you're bringing men together to improve themselves, that's amazing. But if you're bringing them together under the auspices that feminism and women are ruining society, and that you have to control a woman to have a relationship with her.
Exactly. This is all bullshit. This bullshit narratives that they bring out, and this oh God, man. This is all bullshit.
That you have to be the dictator
Yeah,
in your family.
exactly.
You're setting up these men for failure down the road.
But have men
Exactly.
always been the dictators of their family? Men have always led. And
That's called the patriarchy, you fucking retard. Oh my God. That's what women have been fighting years to stop the oppression. What the fuck is he on about? Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus. Wait, look, an ideal world, men and women are given fair opportunities. We're not equal. Men and women are not equal. Absolutely. And we need to be given fair opportunities based on that. And at the moment, like I said, we have a cycle of oppression going on. So when, feminism came out, yes, and then oppressive feminism, because of oppressive feminism, manosphere comes out and then becomes oppressive manospherism, and then again feminism will come out. So this is just going to be a cycle.
that's what we're missing today. That's
Yeah.
why we have loneliness. That's why you have time. Men didn't have time to watch porn years and years ago.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Like always, you're bringing back the patriarchy. It's like, yeah, 100 years ago there was no problem, There's like men were the dictators. We were absolutely fine, yes, because we were oppressing women. And ideally, we would like to still keep our masculinity, still, not be oppressed, but also give women rights. Simple. We don't have to be the dictators for that, you fucking idiot.
That's why men have time to watch porn today.
But there's also a lot of fucked up things that we've done throughout history that we stopped doing.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, because we did it before doesn't mean we have to do it now. Oh.
we used to kill people for looking at us the wrong way. We started wars over nothing for most of human history. Like, just because we used to do something for thousands of years doesn't mean we should keep doing it.
Exactly.
And being the dictator of the family, I would categorize as one of those things.
Exactly.
The other thing that I want to focus on, the extremity. You do agree that men have always been extreme, men have always been laser focused, men have always needed to be able to put that energy
This guy
into
really likes about laser focused extremity. Men needed to be. Well, what the fuck does that mean?
something, yeah?
Sure.
Okay. So being one of the leaders of men that are out there, I think we should
Oh, so he is a leader of men. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I was talking to such an important person. He is a leader of men. What have I done? Holy shit. I am so sorry. I didn't realize he was a leader of men. Oh man. I can't believe I was talking like that to my leader.
have 100 more Andrew Tates. Why don't we need more of that? Why wouldn't you want more Andrew Tates given that message?
I agree with you that we need more voices helping young men. I take issue with the packaging and the persona around it. It's going to backfire for a lot of these men down the road.
Okay, but you know, anytime there's a huge gathering, there's always going to be things that backfire. Nothing's going to be perfect. You know that.
Sure. But it's also, we should call out the thing that's going to backfire, right? It's like, hey.
Exactly. There's always if there is a course correction happening, if it's become too much, we need to do our best to bring it to a balance or to reduce the extreme impact it's going to have. This man is really pissing me off even more than the other guy. At least that guy was just asking questions. This guy is pissing me off. And I can see the laser focus he has. The laser focus. Oh my god. The extreme behavior, the laser focus.
Hey, no, that's a little bit too much, man. Like, let's step
But
back.
how can you call it out if there are men who are benefiting, if there are men who are changing their life, if there are men who were in horrible situations that have learned that men suffer, that men go through things. This is somebody who I can look to and borrow their energy.
Yeah, men can get better, but I don't want them to affect women as a result. If you're saying that Andrew Tate made men better, I'm sure a lot of men became more confident, more richer. But if they in turn go and be disrespectful to women and oppress women and have to share the same misogynistic values, you are then creating the monster that you wanted to destroy in the first place. You know what I'm talking about? So these guys go and oppress women again, and then feminism has to come out again and then becomes oppressive feminism again. It's a fucking cycle. So if you want to stop it right now, then you need to make sure that the men get empowered without having to oppress women. Simple as that.
And be able to take something positive from.
You can definitely benefit from somebody who is giving you good advice for bad reasons. If you're just have nothing, that good advice is going to lift you up and you're going to have something. The problem is the fact that the advice is given for bad reasons, those bad reasons are going to eventually catch up with you. And so you're going to struggle to maintain relationships. You're going to struggle to build long-term community. You're going to struggle to relate and respect the world, right?
I looked like a fucking retard. I just leader of men. Oh my, this is the exact product of Andrew Tate. Motherfucker comes out. I don't care if he's a pastor or whatever he is. He's like a CEO or he comes out and he's like, I'm a leader of men. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, just shut up. Shut up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness.
You're going to hit a ceiling in terms of the value that you're able to create as a man if you see everything as adversarial all the time.
We're out of time. I want to lob one quick talking point, if you guys could digest, the fact that Andrew Tate actually produces pornography, because it sounds like you're against porn or you see it as a negative, but his career started through the production of it.
Unfortunately, I don't agree with that at all. Just like a lot of men over time who have got their
That's a really good point. Fuck, that's a really good point. Let's see what he has to say.
start doing terrible things, it seems like
Oh, oh. So he thinks that Andrew Tate started doing a terrible thing and now he's like he doesn't want to do Andrew Tate is a changed man. Oh, I didn't know that. Why didn't anyone tell me? I've been so angry at Andrew Tate for nothing. God damn it.
also that's where he got his start and got his money from.
I'm being overly dramatic right now. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. I am so yeah.
So I don't agree with that at all. But just like as we know as men are always going to suffer. Men are always going to fall down. Men are always going to hit their head. And what are they going to do? Men will bounce back and come back and start doing other things that do benefit society. Men have always done that. Agree?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Men have always done that, but Andrew Tate does not benefit society. Andrew Tate is not about that. This man has selectively chosen small couple of things that Andrew Tate says, and he thinks he's the fucking man. I don't know how you can he has selective he's like, oh I don't want to think about Andrew Tate's back, like he's changed guy, and now he's talking about misogynistically about women. I don't care about that. I really just focus on how much men he has really improved. But what like the men he has improved, what if they're disrespectful to women? Oh, I don't really care about that. I just care that the men have really improved. Just shut up.
Can women do that?
Of course.
So
Of course.
a woman with a high body count can bounce back and change?
Of course she can.
Okay.
A woman also has that ability to do that.
Respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we've got pause there. Thank you. We've run
And he's really rounded up. Yeah, women can change too. Yeah, there you go.
out of time.
God bless.
Tune in
Oh,
Wednesday
God.
for a follow-up to this episode. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
I thought the Manosphere
All right. Oh, actually, not a bad thing
guys
to
were
listen to
really
this.
interesting today. There was more of a diversity of perspectives than I was expecting. I was also surprised how many things I ended up agreeing with some of them on.
You can be a victim without having a victim mentality. And I think the Manosphere is really important at preaching both of those ideas simultaneously. That feminism is a problem and that it is causing substantial damage to young men. But also that as a man, you gotta be tough, you gotta be strong, you gotta go to the gym and talk to that girl anyway and go make money anyway.
I honestly think that this was such a cringe fest, frankly. I'm silently freaking out. I really don't want to be associated with most of the things that were said. It's so hard because a lot of these guys, I want to be I want to support them, but they're just so radioactive.
I think the Manosphere sometimes gets a lot of bad
Was not expecting him to say that.
flack, but I think
Oh, this man is fully supporting Manosphere. Oh my God, I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
the overall message most of the time is trying to actually help and build up the structure of a man.
Okay, actually, maybe not. I won't be too strong because he's selectively hearing the good messages that he wants to hear from the whole thing. So at least no, but stuff that he says, I'm a leader of men. Oh my God, I cannot. I just can't, man.
And especially young kids need coaches, they need leaders.
I see why the Manosphere exists because there's just a vacuum of leadership and role models for young men today. I understand where these guys come from and I understand why they feel the way they do, but I just think the Manosphere is not the best answer to these problems.
No. Well, wow, that was such a good episode. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully you got something useful from that. Maybe you should just watch that by yourself. I don't know. If you're still here. Well, yeah, that's what I think as well. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. All right, catch you guys in the next video.